Welcome to another session of Just One Question. I'm really thrilled to have my dear friend, Lisa Merlo-Booth with us today. Lisa is a transformational relationship coach. So what she doesn't know about relationships isn't worth knowing. She is an author, a speaker, and her book is worthy of note for everybody. It's called The Rising, a Revolution for Women. And it's about, and this is a topic that's just really dear to my heart because we've been talking about this for a long time, Lisa and I, the having women develop a grounded, powerful strength so that they can speak from their own power and bring that wonderful energy out into the world in the way it needs to come out. So anyway, welcome, Lisa. So glad you could be here in this weird virtual sense. How are you doing? Let's just start out by asking that. How are you doing?
How am I doing? I would say doing pretty well. I'm adjusting like everybody else, I think. I am trying to not get on myself too much for not working hard enough and, giving myself a lot of compassion and and peace a little bit. But overall, I feel like I have it better than a lot of people. So I'm, thankful. I don't have anybody in my family sick right now. So I'm super thankful about that. And I don't have young kids, which I know is very tough. So I'm, but overall doing pretty good and trying not to get too much in my head, which I think is something for all of us a little bit in this. So.
Yeah, great advice already. Thanks for that. You can be pardoned to get a little bit in your head if you're just sitting there all day and on Zoom calls, as most of us are, who are working in one form or another. So you've got an amazing background. You have insight into relationships and to coaching individuals as well. What in that background and your expertise has prepared you in any way, or what insight can you give us about this unprecedented time, recognizing that we know nothing about this really, we've never experienced it before, but all of us look to our backgrounds to figure out how to proceed. And I'm betting that in your background, there's something that you can tell us that will give us a little bit of insight or help. So
what I would say is just remembering that it is just a moment in time. It is an MIT. And I remember several years ago, our family was going, it just felt, how sometimes they say bad things happen in threes, And so one thing happened and we're like, oh, it's okay, we'll get through it. Then another thing and then another thing. And we're like, well, it can always be worse. Other people have it worse, or maybe there's a reason for this. And by I think there was 6 things and major, my mom had a heart attack, our close cousin died, my husband got mugged at gunpoint. It was stuff. And so in the end, I just remembered, okay, it's a moment in time. The one constant in the world is change. And some moments are longer than others and they last a little bit longer. And ultimately it's just a moment. And so this pandemic, it will subside. We don't know when, but it will subside and the stressors will be reduced and life will change. It's the one constant we know is change. We will always have change. And so right now it's an MIT. And when you're feeling overwhelmed and like, oh my God, my world is going to fall apart, just remember, it's just a moment in time. It feels that way now, and it's a moment in time.
Lisa, I love that. That is very helpful. Thank you. It's great to know that even though this change can feel overwhelming and we're dealing with so much, that this change will change and we will go back to something closer to normal, let's assume, sometime in the future. So thanks very much for that and for taking the time out to chat, and stay safe.
You too. Stay safe, stay healthy, and thank you so much. It's been fun.